Hello, Al Pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents. Before we get to the meat of the matter, I have Nanette here. She would like to say something before we start. Nanette,
Hi.
if you'd like to
Yeah.
address.
Hi guys. You guys, I'm like really weepy right now, but I know you guys were all praying for my mom, and I don't know how many of you saw my Facebook message, but my mom passed yesterday morning, which also happened to be my birthday, so it was a really interesting day. But I wanted to thank you all for your well wishes, your thoughts, and your prayers. It really meant a lot to me, and so I just wanted to update you on what was going on with mom. And just thank you again so much.
Yeah, and I'm sure I can speak for everybody knowing that I definitely have our condolences, and definitely going to keep you, your family, and your mom in our prayers. Definitely for her soul. So, I know it's kind of a sad thing to start the show with, but it's very important news. And right now, though, we have a movie we can just shut our brains down. Almost literally.
Yeah.
And gonna watch. So yes, tonight Big Al Presents Rewatch is of Santa Claus Conquers the Martian from 1964, starring John Call, who this is the only thing I think he ever did. I didn't really research him. But one thing, it stars a young Pia Zadora, who kind of had 15 minutes of fame back in the 80s as kind of a sex symbol. And was a lot. I remember that. I became of age when she was kind of a sex symbol, and she was a very attractive girl. But she plays the little girl Martian, Gimar, Gimar, girl Martian. Have you guys picked up that these are the names of like some of the characters or plays on that?
Yeah.
Kimar, King Martian, Momar, Mom Martian, and Bomar, Boy Martian. The rest are just kind of wacky made up names. But this film. This film, I will say, when growing up, this thing was on all the time around Christmas. It was yearly viewing for me, and I really never thought of it as bad because being a kid, hey, Santa Claus, Martians equals cool. And but this film has a reputation for being one of the worst films of all time. But it's that so bad it's good kind of film, and it's one I grew up watching and one I've been wanting to do a rewatch of. And what better time of the year to do it than a couple weeks before Christmas? And definitely one of the dumber films. I mean, this is the film that I will say, if someone last week was going, how stupid of a movie are we watching Ernest Saves Christmas? Santa Claus Conquers the Martian goes, hold my beer. And so that's what it is. But it's a cult classic. It's a cultural icon, if you want to say. It's definitely and it is a lot of fun in a really weird kind of way. Someone today with a cell phone cam can make a film like this. Well, actually, probably a better film because of the but it's just a lot of fun. Hey, have you guys seen the film? Or you have any?
Long time ago.
Long time, yeah. It's been a while. It's been a while, yeah.
Let me interrupt for just 1 second. Daniel Heron is having trouble. I'm not sure if he can hear us or not, but make sure you're not muted, Daniel. Make sure that all your connections are secure. And if you need to refresh your YouTube, because everything on our end is fine.
Yeah, we're all hearing each other just fine.
Yeah,
I haven't got to the chat yet. I was getting ready to fly in there.
Right, but he was saying that his comments were being deleted, and he kept saying like, "Hello, anyone there?" and what's going on. So I thought I'd address that real quick.
I see him. He said, "Ho ho ho!" Now I have a machine gun. I don't know if YouTube saw that and kind of got a little.
No, because I'm still seeing that.
You're seeing it? Oh,
yeah.
We see you.
If YouTube got funky about it, it would have. In fact, I think you get a little notification if someone uses. But I don't think you have any settings that are preventing anyone from saying anything. So
no, my YouTube is. Well, I don't have it up because.
No.
It would crash my entire system.
Well,
my whole system would crash.
If he has his set anything like mine, you have a choice to, if people use certain language or something, it automatically puts people on timeout, and we don't do that.
I've never tweaked any of my settings.
And Daniel, I'm totally seeing your comments. So if you're having some problems, I think it might be on your end.
Yeah. Showing that Netter was first, but you're disqualified.
That's right.
If anybody else was first, I don't know. But the first one I see that's not part of the show is Melissa Harris. How you doing, Melissa? Then I do see Daniel Heron saying ho ho ho. Now he has a machine gun. I don't know why he said that, but okay.
That's because he's talking about another classic Christmas movie, Die Hard.
Oh. I've been battling this. My viewpoint is well known. I will not change that.
And that's why we keep bringing it up on your channel.
And if people want to watch it at Christmas time, that's their wrong choice.
Right. But then his next comment says, "Why are my comments being removed?" That's what's like.
Yeah, and it's not.
Maybe he thought I was doing it because of the whole Die Hard thing, but no, I am not. But I know.
That's why I said refresh your YouTube, make sure your connections are secured,
and make sure you got live chat on and not top chat, because
that does it too. Yeah, sometimes that'll divvy out something. Evelyn Hampton, welcome, ma'am.
Evelyn, I'm sure you have a copy of this. If you don't, I'd be surprised.
I put in a couple of links in the chat.
Yeah.
One is Internet Archive, which is pretty reliable. They've got it's in the public domain, so it's all over YouTube.
I was going to mention that. That's why it was so ubiquitous, because it fell into public domain for a long time. And although we have an original DVD, there's probably hundreds of different companies that have put out their own versions of the DVD. Ours actually has two other films that had fallen into public domain. The 1936 Somewhere in Dreamland, the Fleischer Studios cartoon, and 1968 Night Before Christmas, another animated feature.
Night Before Christmas. Is that the one with the mouse?
No. It's the one. It's kind of a pseudo historic, based on the writer of the poem, but not really.
Oh, that you mean Clement Moore?
Yeah, exactly. Where he's like writing it for his daughter or whatever. Who's sick.
I didn't know. I see. I know the one with the mouse.
Yeah.
That's the only one I know. I thought I saw Casey Scott said hey with his trademark hey. Sir Torglane, hello, sir. And that's all the ones that. Oh, Tom Spiegel. Sorry, almost business. I just popped a popcorn, but I'm not eating it without pickled jalapeno. Wow, I've never heard of that.
That actually doesn't sound bad.
No, it doesn't. Really not. I mean, popcorn is a great vehicle for many flavors.
Yes.
I usually err on the savory side. I like Parmesan, actually. Like just the grated Parmesan out of the thing, the cheapy version makes a nice little topping, but you got to have butter because that gives it something to stick to. If you air, now I will say, air popcorn, if you don't want to add calories, is a wonderful thing.
Sure, I've done that.
But if you put any sprinkly thing on top, it just goes to the bottom.
There's nothing to make it stick.
Yeah. Nothing sticks. You need now. I tried like using like the one with the Pam olive oil.
Yeah,
sprays once, which works pretty good. Yeah. But I'm just gonna use the Orville Redenbacher microwave, popping it, and fat, all the fat and all the flavor.
If you're gonna do a spray olive oil, then what you want to do is a little bit of Italian seasoning and Parmesan.
Yeah,
yummy popcorn.
Yeah, that would be good. Mm.
I add a little bit of
Yeah.
garlic to it too, because Italian.
Yeah, well, garlic
Garlic
salt.
salt.
Yeah, that would be
Absolutely.
wow.
Yep.
Yeah, now I want some popcorn. I haven't had popcorn in a
See?
while.
See?
Now I'm wanting some popcorn.
Yeah, me too. I should have made
And
some before the movie.
yeah, darn it. I don't have any. But I do have my lemonade. Do you guys have any things you are
Yeah, what
imbibing
you
tonight?
sipping on?
Well, I have Lipton green tea citrus, which has been my drink of choice lately.
Is
And
that hot or cold?
Cold.
Yep.
Cold. Very good.
And I am having a Professor Geek special.
Ah,
Dr. Pepper diet. Yeah.
I actually this week bought some Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper this week. A little 6-pack was on sale for $2.
It tastes like Christmas and happiness to me.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Use my Instacart, and they're not paying me, nor do they give me any money for doing this. But we've had a very good experience with Instacart.
Disclaimer, right?
Yeah, they do not sponsor the show. This is simply me. We've used it 3 times, and I've had very good results. Of course, I can't get out, and my mom really can't get out, and the person that did it has moved away, and my cousin next door is really he just really is not able to do it. And we have friends who were doing it, but I told my mom, I was like, let's try this. It's if you don't join their premium membership, which is like, I think it's about like $99, or you get free shipping, whatever, for anything, I think for anything actually, no matter what price. But anything over usually it's $3.99 delivery, with a $3.99 service charge and a 5% tip for the driver. So when you order like $100 of food, you pay maybe $115 in charges. That's worth it to me. So, I mean, saving the gas and the trouble, and they'll bring it right inside your door. Oh, it's awesome. Now if they unpack it for you, that'd be even better. But they of course can't do that. And they wear masks, they're very safe, and the cool thing, they'll keep, if they can't find what you put on the thing, they'll message you as like, is this good? How about this? And they'll it's like, just forget it. Okay. Like they didn't have my chicken Alfredo Hormel meal. I was upset. I love those, but man, everybody loves them, and they're hard to get.
And I can't even imagine what kind of if you were to go with a substitute on that, it would be something very, very different.
Yeah, the closest was like a chicken pot pie, and it's no.
Yeah.
I will say I do like their macaroni and cheese, but they were out of that. But I do. I mean, they have some good stuff. I like their meatloaf. I like their chicken. I like their roast beef. Basically, all of them are like they're like nice, good, quick. They're about $2, and it's a nice little lunch, or nice little light. I won't say light, but if you don't want a lot of food, it's a nice, just pop it in 2 minutes in my microwave, or a minute, depending on what they tell you. So nice. It's a nice little meal to have, just to take the hunger off. But
now, if you guys do like Dr. Pepper, try warming it up and putting some lemon in it. It's really good in the wintertime.
What she's talking about is something that was very popular around the holidays many, many years ago. I know it sounds weird, but that's why it really does have that Christmas flavor for a lot of people.
In college, there were one time we were having like a bonfire right before the end of the semester in the winter, and someone made Dr. Pepper with basically mulling spices. So I was like, "Dang, this is pretty cool." That was a long time ago, man.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
If any of y'all have like a 7-Eleven in your area, I don't know if this is just indigenous to Illinois or not, but they used to have it many, many years ago. I was like 16 years old when they used to sell hot Dr. Pepper with lemon at the 7-Eleven, so you can get that with your Slurpees, or whatever, you can get the hot Dr. Pepper instead. And it was really nice in the wintertime because it warms you up, but still had that little bit of sweetness to it, and like Troy said, it tastes like Christmas.
Yeah, I've never seen that at a 7-Eleven. Like the hot Dr. Pepper. Now, Slurpee. I have not had a Slurpee in forever.
In fact,
I used to love the Mountain Dew Slurpees when they had them.
So now, when Barry Manilow sang the commercial for Dr. Pepper, he even
That's right.
said, try the lemon, because it was really good with lemon and being warmed up.
Yeah, I'm not a big lemon fan. I mean, I like lemonade, but like I'm not like lemon and tea. I've really got to be in the mood for it. It's got to be just the right amount. But like a lemon in my soda, I am very much a straight line kind of guy with my sodas. I don't like all these weird flavors that, it's got vanilla and cherry. No, I don't want that.
Right.
I want Pepsi. I want Coke. I want Mountain Dew.
Well, I'll tell you, when it comes
Although
to
I will
flavor,
say Code Red was awesome. Is awesome.
Here's funny. The first time that when Cherry Vanilla came out, or Cherry Vanilla or whatever, or Coke Vanilla came out, I tried it and instantly lost my voice.
Yeah, it has a very drying kind of effect on your throat. I was going to say, though, these flavored drinks that you get at the store, it's not the same as getting your regular Coke and adding vanilla to it or adding cherry to it yourself.
Right. Yeah, I'd rather do that.
Exactly.
I remember when Harry Potter was on before Freeform.
Yeah.
Whatever it was before Freeform. And they would have Harry Potter on like every other weekend. And I used to get cream soda and spike it with butterscotch schnapps. Because that was one of the butterbeer options. Everybody tried to come up with an idea for butterbeer, and that was one of the options. And I just started. So I would get like a thing and put in I'd buy a little miniature, and drink a little bit of the soda, pop in the miniature, and now we're
one of my favorite YouTubers, How to Drink. He does a butterbeer recipe inspired by Harry Potter.
Yeah. I like him. I see him. And there's also a guy who does food, because and I sent it to meteorologist Katie.
Yeah. Alex Ragusier, is that the one?
Might be. Okay. Yeah. But
Dark haired guy.
He did. I think they just shot him from like the waist, like the neck down. I don't remember seeing his face really.
Oh, okay. So it's not him.
But he did like a gravy, and did the breakfast from Twister. The steak, eggs, and gravy.
Yeah.
I sent it to meteorologist Katie. I was like, I thought you might want to.
Yeah.
So and I thought, wow, that's cool. But it was basically he did the gravy.
Yeah.
And he did the mashed potatoes too, but the others were just it's steak and eggs. But man, now I'm hungry for steak and eggs. But well, we've been talking long enough, and
I think we've let enough people filter in here.
Yeah, and so since this film is public domain and everything at the beginning could change, I am starting literally with Joseph E. Levine Presents, just as it appears on the screen, just before they go S as the SANTA part. Yep. So literally right there. So if you go eye nose up, skip past, because I've seen several. And last night, I'm glad I checked my copy. The copy I had was a short copy. It was only an hour and 9 minutes. I was like, wait a minute, this film's an hour and 20. So I had to go I went and I found a decent version with Tubi. So it's got like 30 seconds worth of stuff in front of it. So,
okay.
But I know the Internet Archive, I think, shoots right into it with the Joseph E. Levine. So if anybody lines up there, give everybody a couple minutes. Like I said, Santa Claus Conquers Martian, 1964. Done on a shoestring. Terrible.
That's for darn sure.
I mean, this is the kind of film. I mean, the pipe fittings alone, the gas connectors in the head. Yeah. I mean, this is 60s nostalgia. This is what I thought Martians looked like when I was a kid. And I'm talking like 3, 4, 5 years old watching this thing. And I like John Call as Santa. I thought he was a pretty cool Santa. I mean, but Edmund Gwynn's my Santa though. For me, from Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh, that's for sure.
That's another matter. And that's another thing.
Yep.
So yeah, Joseph E. Levine, we're getting ready to cheer for Santa Claus. We're gonna count down, we're gonna 3, 2, 1, play, and hit it on play. Everybody ready? Everybody good to go. 3, 2, 1, play. Hooray for Santa Claus.
You got to admit, this opening music is very 60s.
Very 60s. I mean, it's that like little twisty. And I love the lyrics. He's fat and round and jumping Jimmy, and he comes down, hey Jiminy. It's a cute song.
It is.
It is adorable. I was going to, my original idea was to come in singing the song when I went live, but just went a different way.
Sure. This is now see, I am used to this at like close to midnight on Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
Svengoolie used to do it every year. I don't know if he still does.
Yeah, if he does, he's doing it next week because he did Return of the Vampire tonight.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what he had on his stream. I didn't watch it because Rudolph was on. I watched Rudolph tonight.
Yeah,
so
good.
And then I watched the second half of the Hallmark movie. But it's on tomorrow, so I'll watch the whole thing tomorrow. Nice trumpet.
Right? I mean, this is not, bad jazz by any means.
Really not. It's a really fun song. I like it. Prop master John K. Wright Jr., set director John Wright III. Yeah. A family business. For Santa Claus.
Well, it is a catchy little tune.
Mm-hmm.
It does kind of get stuck in your head, though.
I know. It is an evil earworm.
It is.
Paul Jacobson, directed by Nicholas Webster. I don't know if anything else these guys did.
Maybe nothing.
Yeah.
Kid TV. I like that.
Yeah. But I love the fact they set up that Santa's real and the world knows it. There is no, does Santa exist? Santa exists.
Yep.
But are they watching it on Earth? No. Little Pia.
And those belts look kind of Klingon.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what they used to like put this thing together. I think they filmed a lot of this in an empty air hangar in New Jersey. That tells you a lot. Ooh, look at that boulder with a seam in it.
Yeah, right.
Nice coat.
Yeah, it's kind of got that like 20s.
Yeah, it's politically incorrect though. It's fur. It's bad.
Oh,
but it could be faux fur. I have 2 faux fur coats. One is white and one is brown.
Mm-hmm. I like the ice on his mustache.
Okay, Time Spiegel needs a timestamp. We are at the 3-minute 45-second mark.
Yeah, and really, timestamp is going to be difficult because there are a lot of different versions of this thing.
Well, I got it on a DVD that Troy got from somewhere, so I'm at that same timestamp as Troy.
Yeah. So on the DVD, I'm at 3:50, 4 minutes. Just hit 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm at 4:05, 4:06, 7,
Whatever.
8.
Yeah. See, I'm about 30 seconds ahead of that. But that, like I said, I had a lot of stuff in front of mine.
Santa's, what is he drinking? A beer? Oh no! He's got a paintbrush in his hand, and he's
he was painting something.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is the first known documented Mrs. Santa appearance on film.
Is that right?
A full year before Mrs. Claus and Rudolph.
No kidding. Interesting.
She is the first Mrs. Claus ever filmed.
Interesting.
At least according to the internet. So, well, great, but IMDb supports it. Wikipedia supports it.
Absolutely, Casey Scott. You can definitely get fur coats still. They're expensive, but you can still get them. And you pretty much have to go to specialty stores these days.
Santa with his corncob pipe. It looks a little corncobby, but Winky.
Be a lot better if we could get those electric hand tools. It runs on real rocket fuel. This was back when they put out science experiments that came with real uranium. Or real radium, I mean.
Were that actually dangerous, or was it just
absolutely
radioactive?
Oh, they were absolutely radioactive.
Oh, look.
So he knows what Martians look like.
Well, I think he said that that's what he thinks a Martian looks like.
Oh, okay.
Drabo. A little play on Droopy or Dopey.
Yep. Kind of a take on a Klingon pain stick there.
Don't be touching another man's antenna.
Right?
And yes, those tubes are the things that you would use for like propane gas and stuff like that.
Yep.
I'm trying to figure out what the helmet was. I don't know if it was like backwards football helmets or.
Probably no.
Yeah.
I mean, the old high school football helmets didn't have any face guards or anything.
Yeah, but you can see how it's built up with like stuff, like
probably Bondo
or clay or something like that, and they just stuck the antenna in. Gotta love it. But like, what happens if you like walk along and snap off an antenna? Does it hurt?
Well, I was just speculating. Do you think that's like Martian cybernetics?
I wonder, because they also got the little thing like in the left ear.
Evelyn Hampton's right. Actually, I think didn't they have a nuclear merit badge for a while in the Boy Scouts? That was before my time.
Now, he never was, but he definitely has a vibe of someone who would have been on Star Trek.
Right?
Like as a villain. Like he has that manly kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Or Lost in Space.
Yeah. Little Pia Zadora. God. Like I said, the only one from this film that really makes something of themselves. Although the guy playing the bad guy in his Voldar, he played a lot of like heavy parts because he had a good voice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Momar's hot.
I'm not even joking. Those belts are very much like the Klingon belts, just a little oversized.
Yeah.
They're made of wood.
Yeah, they're like wood with like little something on them.
Yeah, with little kitchen knobs on them.
Well, like I said, I still like remember the Mystic Knights of Tir-na-nog and the Viking with the plywood axe. You could tell it was painted silver plywood. It was so funny when I saw that.
What I find amazing is that the dad, despite that being the most ridiculous outfit ever, is like really pulling it off. He's kind of like, I'm very manly in this.
He sells it.
He does. Not everyone could do that.
I mean, imagine being the actors on it. And I heard a lot of the actors were like Broadway actors because it was filmed like in New Jersey. So that's probably why you don't hear about a lot of them. They were stage actors. But what was going through their heads when they were doing this? I mean, imagine they're wearing this green thing and they got like the green paint on them, or red, depending on which race of Martian. You know he's important. His number is K-01.
Yeah. Absolutely. And interestingly, this is kind of what the Martian landscape looks like.
Right down to little cobweb things.
Well, that part I don't know about.
Yeah.
It's cotton candy. Yeah, that's it.
Hooray for candy floss. That's some interesting facial hair you guys got there. They have kindergarten on Mars, which infers that they have German.
Yeah. Oh, look, you can see Saturn.
Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch.
Chosha, which actually is, what they say, is a Yiddish Hebrew word meaning sage, though it's pronounced different. Dopey and Droopy, a Snow White coming in next, says Casey Scott. You know, Snow White would be a fun rewatch.
You shall not pass.
I was thinking, I was like, it's Gandalf. So this
Fly, you fools.
So this is what happens when they go into the West.
Right.
They really go into the West. I love this. Middle of September.
September. Or Dr. Smith?
He needs like oxygen or something because he's having a rough time. I love Volkar. He is just so funny. He's like the stereotypical evil guy. Down to the mustache.
Well, you've been letting them watch TV. That's what the problem is.
See, this film has a message. Childhood is important. You know, you need Santa Claus. You need to be able to play.
I suppose that's one way of looking at it.
Casey's got to say, now Gandalf is here. What insane movie is this? Oh, you haven't seen anything yet.
The one movie I chose to be sobered while we watched.
See, now this is a good drunk movie.
I know, right? I woke up with a bit of a headache today, so I figured maybe I'd pass on the
might not be a good idea. Yeah. I've never had butter rum. I think I had a hot toddy once, but I don't think I've ever had butter rum. It sounds good.
Butter rum is yummy. It really is.
Do you use real butter?
Yes, but what I do is
unsalted though, right?
No, I use salted. It doesn't really
Salted?
matter much.
Oh, okay.
But what I do is a process called fat washing. I start with a handle of white rum, and I melt down. Well, I brown a pound of butter, and then I pour it into a handle of rum. And then I stick it in the freezer for about an hour.
Specifically white rum.
Because I don't want, if I'm going to spice it, I want to spice it myself. And then the butter fats go to the top, and you skim that off, and then you filter out what's left, and it's got this wonderful.
So you kind of make it what do they call it? Ghee?
Yes, it's very much like a ghee. You don't.
It smells like butterscotch.
You don't have to go as brown as a ghee, but yeah. And so when you're drinking it, you don't get that thick, greasy flavor in your mouth, but you still get all that butter flavor. And of course, you heat it up with you go 1 part rum to 2 parts hot water, and demerara sugar to taste.
Check out that rocket.
That's very Buck Rogers-ish or Flash Gordon. Yeah.
Do you think 1964? That's
Of course, I'm looking at going pigs in space.
And here you got the TARDIS control.
I agree to say it looks like the TARDIS. Pretty much the same concept, just
exactly, but they got a full crew.
Yeah, put all kinds of switches, buttons, and
actually, when you think about it, this was around the same time, right? Except on the other side of the pond.
Yeah. I think it was also before Star Trek. If you think about it, it kind of has a Romulan vibe.
Yeah, kind
of. The control panels of the Romulans.
Tom Spiegel, nerd. Sounds like I'm in the right spot.
Not the 5th power.
And nobody else on Earth wears a red suit.
Has a white beard at this time. At this time.
Oh, the mall Santa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, this will be a lot easier than we thought. Just pick up any random Santa.
Yeah. He kind of looks like Darren from.
I was just thinking the exact same thing.
Like same hairdo and the ears sticking out like that.
Well, that's an interesting radar dish. Or
those
whatever
are
it is.
Paper towel tubes.
Kind of looks like that, doesn't it?
I'm sure a lot of stock footage.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the first Doctor Who. What do you call that thing? Sonic screwdriver was a tire gauge.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I thought it was a pen light.
No, it was a pen light.
Oh, right, penknife.
Yeah.
The second one was the tire gauge.
And in Star Trek, the little device that Dr. McCoy used was a tire gauge.
He used a tire gauge. He used salt and pepper shakers. He
Yeah.
used all kinds of stuff.
That would have been so fun, like to be on a show like that, just making up little props.
Yup.
In the radar box.
Yeah.
And look, they got shorts on.
Yep.
You can almost tell that they're actual underwear.
Yep. Hey, Aged Boomer.
Hey, Boomer, how's it going?
Hi, honey.
If you actually want to watch the movie, let us know. We'll give you a timestamp or a general timestamp.
Todd Spiegel's like, this would be an interesting movie if they abducted all the Santas on Earth.
Right? Now, is this before or after NORAD started tracking Santa?
Probably after, because haven't they been doing
After,
that
because
since like the
1955 was when they started. That's
50s? Yeah,
right. And this was in the 60s.
yeah, 1964, a year before I was born. It came out around Christmas time of that year.
Scramble the jets. You're right. They bulked this up with a lot of stock footage. Well, that's some wings.
Or like a B something or other.
Yeah, it's these huge planes and bombers and whatnot is not what they'd be sending up to check out a UFO. They'd be sending up jets.
Oh, that sound effect.
Boomer said he saw this on Mystery Science Theater 3000. Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, that actually led to a revitalization of interest in it. But I mean, it's made to make fun of.
I mean, you were speculating what people thought about when they were making this movie.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I can imagine is they probably didn't think people would still be watching it, this far in the future.
Oh, definitely not. Because I remember asking Peter Mayhew when I met him. It's like, did you have any idea when you were making it, when you were wearing that suit, that it was going to lead to what it did? And he's like, didn't have a clue.
Yeah.
Just another job, and boom.
That was perfectly timed. I screamed.
Yep.
Ah! And so he doesn't realize she's actually screaming. Uh-oh. Don't be afraid. We're just pointing guns at you.
And I like that little pistol that.
Yep.
The other one, it's like some toy. I forgot what they said it was. Let me see here. Oh, they were Whammo air blasters. Billy and Betty. Mom and Dad likes alliteration.
She has her mouth open like, oh.
I have to say, it's funny. He's like holding a toy.
Yeah. Casey Scott is recommending a movie called Giant Claw. He's not inspiring any confidence by saying it's so bad.
Oh, I know the Giant Claw, the one with the big ugly bird. That's an awesome movie. That is a movie so bad that the star went to the premiere and saw all the effects and just died inside. It's like pills for dinner. Who do they think they are? Judy Garland.
Oh, that's terrible. Too soon, Mr. Torin. Now, in fairness, I mean, yeah, it kind of stinks that the kids got kidnapped, but how many kids get to see the inside of a real spaceship?
Yeah. Earth time, Mars time, and Jupiter time.
Well, that's interesting. That means they must have a colony there.
Perhaps. Except they chill. If you look at them, they change. One of them's like days, the other's months, and the other's years.
Hmm. Right, like they were gonna be going into that box, right? That's why he's got to block it.
That one with the beard does look funny. I wonder what else he's done. Bill McCutcheon plays Droppo. Oh, wow. He's won Emmys and Tonys.
Wow. Well, at least somebody went on to do something successful.
He was in Steel Magnolias, Family Business, WW and the Dixie Dance Kings. Wow, he actually, that's not bad.
I've heard of Steel Magnolias.
Yeah. He
But
played Owen Jenkins. Oh, man. Did you ever see Steel Magnolias?
Yeah, but I don't remember anything about it.
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I haven't seen the whole film.
When Shirley MacLaine gets reunited with the guy that she dated,
that's him.
That's him.
Huh.
Owen Jenkins. I just recognized it, and I remember. And I thinking about it. I recognize his eyes.
Does he look different without antenna?
Very much, yes. But he's just like a very nerdy looking guy in a suit, basically. Yeah, a long time ago. He's sadly since left us.
I will say one thing here. They open this up and you can see the wires hanging down. That's a good detail, right? They didn't have to do that.
No. Yes, he will.
Let me be more destructive and get to this easily accessible panel.
Right.
I guess I was wondering if he's going to be smart enough to put it down.
Interestingly, when they realize something's wrong under there, they're going to blame the dude that was hiding in there.
Yeah. And of course, it's amazing having space capabilities and your ship's basically made of plywood.
Yeah.
I bet these kids had fun playing around on this set, though.
One would think.
Yeah.
I also love how in all these different sci-fi movies, no problem, any planet they can just get out and breathe just fine.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're at the North Pole, though, now. But yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Martians are able to breathe Earth air. Would be
Right.
just as different, you know. You know, somebody somewhere has cosplayed these guys.
Kind of hope so, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be a very simple one to do.
Thing is, I could do the makeup better than them. Shouldn't have brought him in the first place, ding dong.
I know, it was like a dumb idea. Any Green Lion Girls? First of all, welcome, Green Lion Girl. Any chance to doing a rewatch of the original Godzilla King of Monsters or Godzilla versus King Kong? Yes, Godzilla. The original Godzilla is on my list. Definitely want to do that in the new year. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do the Japanese version or if I want to do the American version. I'm leaning towards the American version because
Why not both?
Yeah, I will eventually do both, but I think the American version it's more familiar and probably more easily accessible. So Torges, I honestly thought Santa was going to be like Flash Gordon in this movie the first time I heard the title.
Santa Claus 10 Confirmations, yeah.
Satorica game. I saw Bill McCutcheon looked like Don Knotts. Yeah, you know, he's kind of got that Don Knottish quality. Tom Spiegel talking to Age Boomer. Buster Crabbe wouldn't decide between Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers costumes. Ended up combining them. Like I said, Flash Gordon, you think of red, like the red, or is Buck's more
red and gold? Yeah,
Buck's more military.
Yep.
Where's a tauntaun when you need one?
Right. And who needs a tauntaun when you can have a guy in a bear suit?
Yeah. Gotta love it. I mean, it is so obviously a guy in a bear suit, which just makes it that much better. Part of the reason why this film is a fave among the furry crowd. To stick his head out and get swiped off by a bear paw. Oh no, I'm thinking of Grizzly. That's right. It's another film I needed to do.
You're pretty much already as far north as you can get.
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, these kids would have been frozen to death by now.
True.
This is the movie at the start of the whole global warming trend.
Yeah.
I love this robot. So I grew up. This is what a robot was supposed to be looking like. Really, looks like something you could put together in your kitchen.
It's the $6 man.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of the robot from Voyager, from Tom's Captain
Yeah.
Proton. I love that Captain Proton
Captain
stuff.
Proton. Yeah, exactly.
The Captain Proton ship. Of course, they don't run for some reason.
You Martian, you.
Kimar, if you had a half a brain, you'd vaporize a Volcar right now.
I know, right?
Or Valdar, whatever his name is. Valdar. I keep wanting to say Volcar. Kind of reminds me of Willow Von Car, a little dwarf fighter.
To the vet pole.
He wears a cape pretty well.
Yep.
Come right at the camera. Yeah, that's it. That's a good effect. I do like Santa's workshop because it basically looks like what Santa's workshop should look like to me.
Agreed. You're the biggest fan. Technically, that's true. Pray for Santa Claus.
Just Santa's aura has turned this powerful robot into a toy.
And I'm pretty sure that's basically what those toys did. They just made a popping noise.
Yeah, I think they shot like a little fig of air.
Why didn't you say so in the first place? Hey, can I get one of those? I could totally use that. Yeah, I definitely need one of those, he's thinking.
Pop.
Y'all think?
I like it. Didn't even touch the robot and turned him into a toy. Martians kidnap Santa Claus. More stock footage. Tom Spiegel said he could use one of those guns. He could march through an Antifa mob and save hundreds of businesses. Darn right.
Right?
And of course, Tom Spiegel does, like, they ran from the polar bear but just stood there for the robot. It's because the script said so. Green Line Girl talking about Godzilla. Actually, I think the Japanese version's a little longer. If I remember Gojira. I think it is. But it's kind of interesting to like watch it and like point out the ways you actually could tell the scene that we added as opposed to the original. We can't. Marshmallow. Oh, God. Like, he's the bad guy. They literally made his helmet darker to match his darker personality.
No.
Yes, Santa.
Boulder Dash and a fiddle dee. Now, food in pill form sounds like a good idea, but man, I would miss the flavor and the bite after bite. Oh, by the way, your cake was delicious.
Oh, I'm glad you guys liked it.
Yeah.
I'm presuming you shared it with Mom.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, no, Mom, you're kidding. This is all mine.
You definitely macerated those raisins, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all the fruit, yeah.
Yeah. What other fruit was in it? I could tell the
raisins, cherries, blueberries, apricot,
currants.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Did you say cranberries? Cranberries.
I forgot cranberries.
Raisins.
and although it's not a fruit, ginger.
Yeah, candy ginger.
Yeah, it was delicious. Thank you.
Oh yeah, and if you put whipped cream on top, makes it even better.
I'm not a big whipped cream guy. I bet like a whiskey sauce would be good. And someone on Twitter today mentioned mince pies, and I was like, "Ooh, yeah, mince pies."
You're a mean one, Mr. Green.
He's green too.
Exactly.
Do you hear the controversy about the Grinch that was on TV
No,
a few days ago? Well, did you know they had the Broadway show version?
No.
Yeah, there's a Broadway show. They had Matthew Morrison, the guy who was in Glee, was the Grinch, and he did a lot of like thrusting and weird like sexualization kind of stuff. A lot of people were like getting a little freaked out about it.
Well, it does sound kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My Grinch is the original cartoon version. The Ron Howard one, it's okay, but it's just the Grinch is that original.
Right?
Oh, Valdar, you know what he's planning.
Yeah.
Evil. Evil.
It's still not as bad as the Ernest movie we watched the other night.
I was like, oh my god, they made it through Ouija Shark, but not this. That's saying something.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was so bad that after a while, like I was kind of wandered off to go make my birthday cake, and Troy fell asleep because it was so boring.
Oh jeez.
It was horrible. I came back and I'm like, oh, it's still on. Huh, okay. And then just made sure I was really busy on my computer and didn't watch anymore.
What's funny is I was last night I was still on the computer and I fell asleep with the computer because I got the computer right now. I'm laying in bed with a pillow on my stomach and my computer on it. I'm having an issue with my my table. It won't go as high as I need it right now. But I fell asleep and I was having a dream that we were watching this film and I fell asleep and woke up at 5 a.m. And then I woke up and I looked at the clock on my computer and it was 5 a.m.
Oh, weird.
It was freaky. And you guys were there, but also The Undertaker, the WWE wrestler, and Tom Selleck for some reason. And we were outside of a local theater, a local movie theater we have here, and we were watching it like on a big screen outside of the theater. It was really weird. I don't know. Like I said, a dream. God, I just want to put that hat on his head better. It looks like it's barely hanging on his head. Don't hit the antenna. Gotta love the fight choreography.
Absolutely.
And the cinematography. Look at that. It's just like he's like right in his face. Accidentally. Yes, Casey. Yes, Casey Scott, the Undertaker. I don't know. He was just there. Kind of looks like a precursor to the Daedalus class.
Yeah.
They used that sound effect on Star Trek, didn't they?
Probably.
Or a modified version of it. I think I missed your Christmas at Crystal Lake build. I'm still trying to decide if I should make that a weekly stream or not. I said, go for it.
I mean, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I was having issues. I would Wednesday and Thursday I was downloading movies into my OneDrive, and my computer was flipping out. So I was kind of having lots of not responding messages and stuff. So I had to go to like lockdown mode. Couldn't open that much stuff at the time. And I only got through like 10 minutes of Santa Claus is Coming to Town when everything froze on me.
Oh gosh.
She's so sweet. Like a typical teenager.
Yeah. There's only one Megatron.
You must be just a tick ahead of me.
I must be.
Because I was like, why did you say Megatron? Oh, okay. Check that chair out. That's awesome.
That's the whole point of a handshake.
I like the little. You can hear the theme,
Yeah,
kind of the twinkles.
right.
It's the power of Santa Claus. Because I always thought with a little better tailoring, maybe a better outfit, he'd have really made a great Santa.
Yeah.
He just kind of looks a little dumpy sometimes. But a lot of people would pay money for a sleep spray.
Right. Especially people with insomnia.
Definitely, yeah. Put this on your head and just spray it. That thing is, here's where they could have done an agreement. He could probably do both jobs. Hire a little extra staff.
I mean,
and, yeah, have Christmas on Earth, and then he does the same run. I mean, he controls the space-time continuum.
That's right.
He can hit Mars too. I just love how he gives those lines. So wait, he's got a ratty cloak on. I got a Slinky somewhere, but mine's plastic.
Yeah, the plastic ones were never as good.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a former student of mine at Christmas. Her grandparents ran a antique thrift story kind of a weekend only place, and she gave me an old Slinky in its original box for Christmas. It was really cool. I really liked it. I would sit there in class, play with it every now and then when I was, in between classes. Ball bat doll car. See, they got the assembly line. All they really would need him for is the delivery system. Yeah, it's funny. They still make laundry baskets like that. Good things never go out of style. little foreshadowing.
Hmm.
Oh wow! Look at that little toy spaceship. That's cool. Are Troy and Ned are muted? I barely am hearing anything.
No, both are here.
Sorry. Just didn't
I'm
have any
watching
can
it
hear-
in a stupor.
Yeah. Well, I know Troy's here because I'm hearing him munching.
Yep.
What are you munching on? I didn't make you popcorn.
No, I had some Cheez-Its.
Ooh.
Don't have to fatten up. You could just pad.
Yeah. Evelyn Hampton says a metal slinky also works as a radio antenna. Never tried that.
And I keep looking at those pills going, are those like jelly beans or something?
That or M&Ms or something.
Yeah. All it's got to do is put a pillow in there. I think you heard me.
Good old Droppo. Droppo Claus. I puts it on the tube.
I just got the vibe of the same theme of Ernest Saves Christmas. You know, find the replacement for Santa Claus.
Yeah. Are you accusing Ernest Saves Christmas of plagiarizing this movie?
I absolutely am not. I sure hope that's not what happened. I'm just thinking that it's kind of a trope, natural theme.
Yeah, well, they always have the like Santa replacement thing. I mean, the Santa Claus, and there's been like all kinds of like little weird ones where Santa has to be replaced. You remember that? Oh, remember that one with Whoopi Goldberg?
Don't think
It's
so.
John Neville played Santa.
I
think she was going to be the new Santa or something like that. It was weird. I love how they built the cave with the little cutout opening. Santa Claus was originally a lot darker than what we got. Tim Allen was supposed to shoot Santa off the roof, but they wanted a lady to make the movie Christmas-like. I think that was the right move, though. I don't know if you want a Santa taking over because he shot the other Santa.
Good point.
Yeah, I will say, Santa Claus. That's when maybe next Christmas we'll have to watch the original Santa Claus.
That might actually be a great idea.
Yeah, that was a good film. I mean, I remember seeing it in the theater when it first came out, and I was a little hesitant for some reason. I don't know why, but I went to it, and it was like a movie I needed to see. I just felt good when I came out of it. I just love that the Martians are so dumb they can't tell it's Droppo. And with the antenna.
Well, when you're dressed that way, it all goes out the
well,
window.
it's like I said, they're not used to seeing that kind of thing. So, here come the freak toys.
Okay.
This is where they got the Island of Misfit toys.
Ah, that makes sense.
Although that would be fun to play with, a bat with a tennis racket on the end of it.
Yeah, think?
Like Tom Spiegel, they can't see Droppo's helmet, but they can see Droppo's helmet, but they still think he's Santa. I wonder what a Martian detective novel would look like. Man, their antennae are messed up. This is the ratty.
I think that's I think he's got arthritis.
Yeah, I would think. Oh man, can you imagine Andorian arthritis affecting their little antenna? Oh,
that would be terrible. Yeah.
You can see like one of them be all swollen. You can say, "Oh, yeah, having some flare-ups today." A little debate going on around Tim Allen killing Santa Claus and the Santa Claus. It was an accident. I don't hold him responsible for it.
I think that's a very Klingon way of taking over a job.
Oh, killing the previous one.
Absolutely. Yes. That's the way it's done.
Also, I guess the mirror Santa Claus would have that trouble too.
Exactly.
There was always a rumor slash thing that was Jamie Farr. It's not, but a lot of people for some reason thought it was Jamie Farr.
I can kind of see that.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of the nose. I got to give this actor credit for remembering all those weird names, because he's steadily having to repeat all these different weird names.
You never know. There might have been multiple takes.
True, but he got a good take on it. I will say that. Why not just use the gun and freeze these fools? Talking about grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Computer Robots. Yesterday was his birthday. And he had a good time. Well, happy birthday, Computer Robots. Glad you could stop by. If you want to join us, we've only got about 7 minutes left, so. Oh. So Torque Lane, ever since my niece was born, my mother hates that song. Grandmother got ran over by a reindeer.
My grandmother felt the same way, actually.
It's a bubble pipe. I just noticed that. Oh, the old balsa planes. Oh no, the enemy force. Like they're showing like the little wind up things, but they really are not doing anything. Except maybe getting under his feet. It's like how his hat's just hanging from his antenna. Poor Volodar. Some of the camera angle choices are a bit, I don't know, suspect.
Yeah.
But they do add to the kind of like the weird oddity of the film. Look, communication belt. I wonder if he'll be able to talk to him.
That's adorable.
What is?
This whole movie.
Yeah. A-U-S, hooray for Santy Claus.
Right.
Check that fountain out. That's awesome. And Santa, after conquering the Martians, goes home. Merry Christmas. And it's amazing this did not win an Academy Award for anything.
Best makeup effects, something.
Yeah.
There you go.
And there we have it.
That's a movie that was made.
It was made. It is a movie.
It exists.
That is part of the culture and a grand Christmas tradition for those who enjoy sub B movies. I mean, it's kind of hard to call it a B movie. I mean, it's more like a C minus, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, like I said, it's the kind of movie you watch. Got to drink some.
I was gonna say it helps to drink better late at night. Yeah.
If you're in the right mood. And, like I said, you watch it with friends, make fun of it. It's just the best kind of film to do that with. Sometimes you can watch the best movie in the world, but you won't have as good a time as watching something like this. And I do. Well, what'd you guys think after seeing this again after so long?
Could have been worse.
Yes, it could have. Could have been a lot worse. I mean, think about it. Like I said, it's 1964.
I mean,
Not a lot of budget.
It's no Ouija shark.
It's no Ouija shark. Definitely no Ouija shark. Done for $200,000. At the time, that's actually not a bad amount. I'm just wondering when it was. Came out November 14th, 1964.
Did you say $200,000?
$200,000 budget.
In 1964 dollars?
See, I'm not sure. It just says a budget of 200,000.
Wow.
But yeah, that's what, about a couple mil?
I was gonna say, if it was $200,000, where did the extra, $199,000 go?
Plywood.
Oh yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Plywood and cloth to paint the backdrops.
Wow, man. I mean, wow.
But it's almost like a fan film. You could almost like view it like it has that same production quality.
I just discovered something really cool. Computer robots and I share the same birthday.
Yeah.
That's like, yay.
Green Line Girl says I might want to check out Billy the Kid versus Dracula. Yes, John Carradine. That's a classic bad film as well. But yeah, in fact, I was updating some of my Universal Monster pages today, and I had to do Bloodsucker Saturday, and I basically, it was a John Carradine kind of a day, kind of House of Dracula, a little bit, a couple of things about House of Dracula, but yeah, so that is Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. A definite Christmas fave. We'll probably never watch it again, or might watch it again next year. Make it a yearly thing, like we do with the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Might as well. Why not?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when next year comes. What's going on? But it's that time of the show where we talk about what is coming up, and we do know that tomorrow on Study Hall, on Age of Boomers channel. What are you and Boomer going to be talking about? Well, I know what you're going to be talking about tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about a lot of the news that's come out about
the new Star Wars shows and films.
There's a lot of Disney information, a lot of streaming information.
Basically, it's going to be
a Willow
series.
Streaming wars.
Yeah, a Willow series.
Keep in mind, everything that's been announced. Just been announced doesn't mean it's actually happening.
That's true. But I think a few of them are like, well, Andor is going to happen. Ahsoka, that's pretty much going to happen.
Yeah.
Bad Batch is already being drawn. Yeah. So it's in production. Willow, they've got, Willow, it's got Ron Howard's blessing. It's got Warwick Davis is going to be reprising his role. I'm really thrilled for that one. I want to see what they do. I'm hoping they bring out something good. I would love to see if they could get Val Kilmer, and I doubt if they could get both of them in because they were married. I don't know how they really did, but
true.
And Val's pretty sick, so. But we'll see what they do with that. But I think they're bringing in a grown up Laura Dannon, so that should be
really
kind of interesting. I don't know if they're going to because they did a book trilogy about a grown-up Laura Dannon. I think it was Lucas and Chris Claremont did it. I never read it, but I'm just curious if they're going to use that as a guide, or if it's just going to be one of those like legends kind of Star Wars legends kind of thing where it exists, but it's not what really happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, you guys have got a lot to talk about. Of course, Mandalorian. Final episode of this season next Friday.
Yep,
that could be interesting. God, I hope they don't drop the ball because they have really knocked out.
They've been doing a great job so far, and
it's so
a lot
good.
of people. I think people are doing a lot of stretching, but a lot of people are talking about the fact that whole Ahsoka, the logo they showed for Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm.
Has her name written over the veil of the Force. So a lot of people think they're really kind of signaling, they're going to be completely undoing the
they're going to undo the future.
Yeah.
Which I think would be wise to make the sequel trilogy a Kelvin universe?
On the one hand, I would say, I think that's a bit of a stretch. On the other hand, another thing people have pointed out, I kind of can't ignore, and that's what you're not seeing. All the announcements between Andor and Lando and Ahsoka and Rangers, Rogue Squadron, all of those, it all takes place in the Mandalorian era back. Nothing is taking place after that.
Yeah, and I think that's
very telling.
Yeah, that's a good move, I think. Patty Jenkins doing Rogue Squadron could be interesting, considering her background.
True.
Depends on how many female pilots they bring in, but that, hey,
nothing wrong with it if they
nothing wrong with that. Just do it right. Don't do it to check off a checklist. Do it for a good story, and that's really what it's about. But yeah, like I said, with Ahsoka, Ahsoka, Bad Batch, Lando, they're doing past Lando, right? They're bringing in.
Oh yeah.
Young Lando,
like Young Lando Chronicles or something.
You know what they could do though is bring in Billy D and have kind of a memory thing.
I think that is what they are implying.
I hope they do that because
apparently they're going to be inspired by the Lando books that were put out, and those books were done in the form of him having written his autobiography. It would be a brilliant bookend, kind of a young Indiana Jones Chronicles kind of
right. Yeah, I was thinking about that. But yeah, so yeah, a lot of stuff going on at Disney, a lot of stuff with Star Wars and Marvel stuff coming out. Some things are good, some things kind of iffy, some things gotta wait and see.
Yeah.
But also I believe that there is I don't know if Matchstick and Wolfie are watching something this weekend after you guys or before you guys. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm never quite sure what they're up to. Monday night, Sound Engraver will be chatting about something. Not quite sure. She usually goes on around 9:30 Monday night. Tuesday night, 9:00, we'll be finishing up Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Finished it today myself, so I'm ready to go. And yes, chapters 11 through 17, I think. Yeah, that sounds right. We'll finish out the book. And then, are you doing anything Tuesday night, Cartan?
I am not. I'm not doing anything on Tuesday this month.
Okay, yeah, you're just doing the Thursday stuff right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Wednesday night, got Daniel Herron is the soundtracks of Birdman doing Batman Returns, a little Christmas rewatch. Him and Agent Boomer.
Nice.
And I heard there's a possibility they might have a special guest if he's able, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to say it. But tune in. Be a great idea. And of course, Green Line Girls still doing the Hitman playthrough. Always a great time. Love Green Line Girl's voice. Just, I mean, come on. It's sweet as sugar to hear her talk.
Absolutely.
So yeah, she's I believe going to be still doing Hitman. Thursday night, I believe the professor will be doing another entry about the Gospel of John at 9:00, and then at 10:00 on Troy Pacelli's channel we have.
Are
you doing Rudolph?
I am doing Rudolph. Yes.
Rudolph. Yay! Yeah. I'll watch Rudolph tonight. I'm always up for it again. I love Rudolph. Yeah. I'm a dentist. So
maybe we'll talk about the crazy SJW talk about these shows or not. I don't know.
They need to leave Rudolph alone and have it on.
No, nothing is sacred to these people.
I don't care. I will defend Rudolph.
Oh, I'm with you.
With a shotgun. I'm just using a metaphor. But some things are just sacred. Rudolph,
absolutely,
Brown, all the Rankin Bass stuff, it's sacred. leave it alone. It's there's nothing wrong with that. I don't care if Rudolph's dad goes, "This is man's work." I don't care. It's what he believes. So what?
Yeah.
But so you do Rudolph at 10. That should be a lot of fun. So, as Rudolph is like the prime rib of the Rankin Pass rewatches.
Agreed.
And then Friday night, Fan Man's going to be doing a Friday night Fan Man Tonight show. Not quite sure who's going to be there. I'll be there if he wants to be there. And he has his. He's going to be doing 2 Second Cup Cafes this week, Tuesday and Thursday. He's going to have 2 this week, so tune in around 11 p.m. 11 a.m. in the morning. Not 11 p.m., please. 11 a.m. Is usually about when he starts. He always has a great show with some great news going on in the world, some weird and the wacky. And I think that's all. And Wolfie usually has a couple of Wolf Commander ramblings around the 2:30 time zone. I'm not quite sure what days, but keep an eye on the Professor Geek channel and on the YouTubers channel that Netter started. Great place to announce what you guys are doing, to everybody kind of keep track of those. I don't know of anything else. Did I miss anything?
Nope. I think that about covers it.
And then, of course, don't forget, on the 23rd is going to be Charlie Brown Christmas, so make sure you mark your calendars for that. And hopefully within the next couple of days, I'll have the thumbnail up for it.
Oh, awesome. And also, next Saturday, a very special Saturday night rewatch on the Sound Engraver channel. I believe we're doing it on her channel, right?
Yes. Well, that's how I remember it.
That's how I'm thinking it is. Sound Engraver is hosting a rewatch of Fantasia 2000. So we've done the original Fantasia, and now we're doing the Fantasia 2000. Sound Engraver, with her super authoritative musical knowledge, will guide us through the musical cues in that. I've never seen it, so I'm looking forward to it. You guys seen it, Fantasia 2000?
I honestly don't remember.
I never saw it. I remember it when it came out. It just wasn't around. I don't think it really didn't. Maybe I just never really had a chance to watch it. So it ought to be fun. I'm looking forward to it because Disney's always got some great animation and some great classical music. So that's what's upcoming. I hope everybody enjoyed our rewatch of one of the great all-time bad movies, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Little channel information. I'm going to go through a little rebrand myself. I'm not going to do Saturday night rewatches anymore. They will be Films with Friends.
There you go.
Ooh.
That is the new. I'm still Big Al Presents Films with Friends, so that's kind of going to be the new tag for any time I do a film with a friend. That's going to be Films with Friends. If I have one or two, or if anybody's on, if I'm doing it and if someone's online, that's a film with a friend. So I just thought it would be nice. But right after I did that whole rewatch logo thing, I did. But I'm gonna fiddle with it. I'm always fiddling with stuff because I have nothing else to do in my life. But I hope everyone has a wonderful Sunday. And you guys have any final thoughts or snide remarks?
Well, as usual, I always want to thank people for joining us, and make sure that you please subscribe to our channels if you haven't already.
Hit those thumbs up, please.
Actually, you're only missing 1 thumbs up. You got 9 thumbs up, 10 watching.
Do it.
And of course, if you put your YouTube channel in the link I just dropped for the YouTubers Facebook page, then we can sub you. Make sure you go down, see who else is there and sub to them as well. It helps our algorithms. If you just even drop a comment in there, subscribe to us, it really helps us out, and we want to help you out too. So, let's do each other a favor and sub to one another. So, thank you for that.
Yep. Troy, any final thoughts?
Nope. We're getting close to Christmas, guys. So you know what? given what we've all been going through this year, some of us more than others, just be appreciative of every day, love those around you, and just do the best you can. Take care.
Take care. And like I said, just this is my last Saturday night rewatch of the year. We're trying to do a couple I'm going to try to do before Christmas if I can get another person to. I really haven't talked to them because they're having some car troubles, but I gotta get with them and see if we're going to do Love Actually. I'm hoping to do that. That one could pop up anywhere at any time, probably on a Saturday afternoon, I'm thinking, or Sunday afternoon. Not sure yet.
We now have 12 thumbs up with 10 watching. So awesome.
Sweet. Awesome. That is well, see, I'm not watching it. I gave it a thumbs up earlier, so I'm always putting a thumb up myself.
Oh, of course.
That's so bad. But I had to get one bad joke in. But I hope everyone has a great Sunday. Thank you for joining us. And everybody, just remember, SANTACLAUS, hooray for Santy Claus.